So the 2025 Warriors season is over. It definitely did not end the way that they wanted it to, and they're going to be in a very interesting position this offseason given Steph's age, Jimmy's age, and Draymond's age. Their window isn't open for that much longer. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? Welcome here today to my Warriors elimination rebuild. Yeah, did not expect this to happen for the Warriors, but here we are as they have been eliminated, and we're going to see what they are going to really end up doing this offseason because they don't have a ton of flexibility at this moment. And like I said about their top guys, they're not getting any younger, so this window isn't open for much longer. So I feel like I need to be more aggressive in this offseason an elimination rebuild than I've been in some previous ones. Now, I have been noticing 2K does like Jimmy Butler again in 2K, so I think we're going to be okay with him as our number 2 and Steph as our number 1. But is everybody else on the table? Would I actually trade away Draymond Green? Clay left last offseason. Would I move Draymond to... Man, when Draymond has 1 technical or 5 personal fouls, I feel like he's untouchable. This, I mean, like, I'll say, like, throughout high school, big Draymond defender. I love the way he played, and everybody wanted LeBron to beat them. And I always like, no, Draymond is too important, and I think he would be good on any other team. Now, I still appreciate Draymond's greatness, but man, his PR for me this year definitely tanked. Not like it matters, but I do think Draymond was a little bit over the top, I would say, in 2025. He probably was like that last year as well, and you think it would get better when he gets older, but that has not been the case. And sometimes for the Warriors, it costs them. So yeah, it's not like it's just like his personality out there. It's affecting nobody. No, it's affecting your teammates. The Warriors will not own their first round pick this year in the 2025 draft. That is going to go to the Miami Heat from the Jimmy Butler trade. Not the end of the world. I'm sure the Warriors are okay with that trade-off, but I would like to get a little bit of draft capital back some way, shape, or form. I wouldn't mind getting younger right now because this team, I mean, we do have Trayce Jackson-Davis. Quinton Post, I think, could be a little bit better as a floor spacer for this team. They took him in the second round out of BC. I wonder if I can maybe get a first-round pick for Trayce Jackson-Davis during the draft. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull this trade off because Cole Anthony's 2.5 stars, but I was trying to get the Nuggets pick via Orlando and then get Cole Anthony for Buddy Hield and Trayce Jackson-Davis. They're going to say no to that because I thought they would maybe want Buddy Hield, but they can't afford him right now. I mean, I'll take the Jonathan Isaac contract off for you, but I may want 16 and 22. They're going to say no to that. Do I really want Jonathan Isaac? I mean, I would probably just flip him in a different trade. So could I get Jonathan Isaac in 16 for Buddy Hield and Trayce Jackson-Davis? They're going to say no. I don't have any seconds, nor do I really have any throw-ins in this deal. So unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to work out a trade with the Magic. All right, so instead, I'm going to try to move Trayce Jackson-Davis to the Washington Wizards for pick 9. They could definitely use some big man depth. And not pick 9, sorry. This is pick 19. They say no. I mean, do you want Buddy Hield? Would that get it done? Okay, so they take that trade. So we are going to have the 19th pick in this draft. This is from the Marcus Smart trade. And somehow Jeremiah Fears fell to the 19th overall pick. We don't need a point guard since we have Steph Curry, but I wanted to go best player available. It was either him or Isaiah Evans. So let's sign Jeremiah Fears there to a 2-year deal. We're going to bring back Podziemski. We're going to bring back Santos. I'm going to give Pat Spencer the qualifying offer, and I think a big offseason storyline is going to be Jonathan Kuminga's future. As him and Steve Kerr, I just don't think they're made for each other right now. Steve Kerr just really doesn't, I think, want to build around or build into Jonathan Kuminga, and that could be also on Kuminga, but I do think there could be a sign and trade looming with Kuminga. Now, I don't really have much of a mid-level exception this offseason, unfortunately. I could try to snag Mo Wagner from the Orlando Magic, and I'm going to bring back Gary Payton and Kevon Looney. All right, so Jonathan Kuminga is going to get a 4-year deal worth $95 million, but we are going to look to trade him. And I'm going to make this trade with the Utah Jazz. We're going to be getting Walker Kessler, who I don't believe has gotten extended yet, but I will double check. Nope. And I'm also going to get Kyle Filipowski for Jonathan Kuminga, my first round pick this year, and Santos as well. So yeah, we're going to make that trade with the Jazz. We get a good rim protector, and we have plenty of centers right now. So Draymond's going to go back to the power forward spot, and I'm going to make Jimmy a small forward as well. So yeah, these two teams did not make a trade involving Lowry Markkanen last offseason, but they get something done for Walker Kessler this offseason. We're going to keep Pods on the team for now. So it's the end of an era a little bit for Jonathan Kuminga. They got that pick from the Andrew Wiggins, D'Angelo Russell trade at the 2020 trade deadline. I guess in the grand scheme of things, it didn't work out, but hey, we got Walker Kessler for him. Better than him not just working out whatsoever together. And before the season starts, I believe we could probably extend some guys. So Pods also, or he's from the 23 class, so I actually don't need to re-sign him right now. Draymond, we're not going to. I'm just scared how much worse 2K is going to make him this year. And the lineup is definitely going to be Steph, Pods, Jimmy, Draymond, and Kessler. We're going to have some shooting and I think some switchability off the bench. Filipowski is going to get like 23 minutes a night. We're going to go like 15 to Mo Wagner. We're going to go 20 Actually, we'll do 20 to Filipowski, 20 to Moody, 15 to Payton, 15 to Wagner, and I want to get Jeremiah Fears some minutes. And honestly, I'd like to get Quinton Post some minutes as well. So we start off the season with a really tough schedule. Like our first easy game, I don't know when it is, maybe November 11th against Miami. Like, that is a very tough schedule. And yeah, 2K hasn't been the biggest fan of us so far. We are 4-5 to start off the year, make that 4-6, and we do blow out the Heat by 42. As Jimmy gets revenge after not beating Miami last year in the regular season. All right, so we're here at the trade deadline, and we are 33-17. So we are 16 games above 500. We are the 3 seed here in the Western Conference. And we actually got the best point differential, not only in the West, but the whole NBA. Yeah, 2K does really like the Jimmy Butler, Steph Curry duo, which I'm, a fan of here because we're trying to win with these two. 48% from the field, 33 from 3, 83% from the line for Jimmy Butler. Also averaging 7 assists as well. Steph's averaging 24 points, 5.5 assists as a 37-year-old. Got to appreciate the longevity. Pods breaking out. He's a beautiful number 2 and a fit in between Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry in the lineup. 16, 5, and 3. 1.1 steals, 42% from 3. We got Walker Kessler anchoring this defense as well. Mo Wagner's been a really good backup. Moses Moody shooting 36% from 3. And this is all with Draymond being a negative offensive player. It's like, I can fix a lot of guys in 2K. I can't fix Draymond. I really can't. It's too tough at times. Jeremiah Fears, knocking down some threes, not much at the rim. Filipowski, he's been okay this year. Actually, a little bit more disappointing. Gary Payton, 48% from 3. I'll take that. Honestly, I would love to trade away Draymond Green. It's just like, do I want to trade away Draymond? He's like a Warriors legend. All right, so I'm actually going to do a trade here at the deadline. It's going to be within the conference. I'm going to trade away Quinton Post and Kyle Filipowski for Deron Holmes and Julian Strawther. I think we're set right now with Walker Kessler at the 5 and coming off the bench, having Mo Wagner. Yeah, we're going to have to figure out the long-term power forward because I don't think that's Holmes, and maybe there was a chance it was going to be Filipowski, but I think getting Strawther for what he could be on the perimeter with Moses Moody could be valuable for us coming off the bench, and he could maybe blossom into a starter post Jimmy Butler. So yeah, that was a notable trade this year. I wish that Quinton Post was going to work out, but we are trying to win right now. And then I think I'm going to go definitely less minutes to Jeremiah Fears, and we can go like about 10 to Deron Holmes. Do we want to re-sign anybody before the season's over? We could re-sign Pods. That could go up and up. So let's just get that contract extension done right now. I'm definitely not re-signing Draymond. Don't need to do that. So Nikola Jokic ends up winning his 4th MVP of his career. Cooper Flagg, Rookie of the Year. RJ Barrett, 6th Man of the Year. Wemby, Depoy. Josh Giddey, Most Improved. Anthony Edwards, Clutch Player. And Steve Kerr is going to get Coach of the Year. 59-23. Let's go for the Golden State Warriors. We didn't get anybody on the All-NBA teams, though, unfortunately. There's all-defensive first team. We do get Walker Kessler on all-defensive second team. 13 points, 11 rebounds, 2.3 blocks, 58% from the field. And I don't know. Actually, yeah, we do get Jeremiah Fears on all-rookie second team with Deron Holmes, and we take that 1 seed in the Western Conference. It will not be an easy round 1 matchup, but we did have the largest point differential at an 11. And yeah, we are going to be taking on the LA Clippers, who were the 7th seed. They got Giddey, Chris Dunn, Powell. So they did lose James Harden in free agency. They also have Bryce Sensabaugh. So the Jazz got rid of a lot of players last year. I think we're going to rely a ton on our guys. I don't think I'm going to play Jeremiah Fears for the playoffs. I just think he was way too inefficient this year. And I think he's going to be like definitely a mainstay in the rotation going forward. Now, Gary Payton was really good this year. I just don't want to play Draymond, nor do I want to start Draymond. Look how bad that efficiency was. 35% from the field, 24% from 3. I'm going to go like 25 to Draymond. We'll see if he can be better in the playoffs. I hope he can. Yeah, we'll go 39 to Jimmy. Let's go 40 to Steph. And I want to find some more minutes for Pods as well. Strawther, I think I'm going to be a little bit hesitant with, like 15 minutes to Strawther. We're going to go 20 to Wagner. We'll do 10 to Payton. And honestly, with Wagner on the bench, I don't need to play Deron Holmes right now. So I'm going to go about 34 to Pods. And then the final 4 minutes, we're going to go to Moses Moody. Game 1 against the Clippers, against Josh Giddey, we do end up winning 105-93. A really good defensive game for us. Game number 2 goes to Golden State, 112-108. Curry with 32, 20 rebounds for Walker Kessler. Game number 3 goes to the Warriors, 119-110. Curry with 26, Butler with 24. Pods at 23. That's turning into like the new big 3. Pods also had 6 rebounds and 7 assists there. And we're going to pull off the sweep. So, yeah, we take care of what we need to. Walker Kessler, I think, has been a massive addition for this team. And I do wonder if Kessler is going to be traded in the 2025 offseason. Steph was prime Steph, 28 points in round 1. All right, so the numbers are actually going to be a little bit different because in between like the last like 5 minutes for me in real time, my power went out. But I'm recording this through a laptop, so luckily my save didn't get corrupted. That would have been unfortunate. De'Aaron Fox, Castle, Vassell, Sohan, and Wemby. We're taking on the Spurs in round number 2. Definitely a tough matchup, but if Walker Kessler can hold his own, I'm not really worried about the Spurs beating us. As I say that, we were up 2-0. And now it's 2-2. Game 3. Okay, they just won 3 in a row. Are you kidding me, man? All right, that's what I get for being cocky. Oh, I said I'm not worried about them when we were up 2-0, and then we end up just losing 4 in a row. Oh my God, Steph, really? Are you kidding me, man? All right, that sucks. Draymond, he can't be in the rotation next year. I'm done with Draymond. That was probably his last time ever playing for us in a rotation, as Scotty and Wemby are your conference finals MVPs. In the Kawhi Leonard Bowl, the Spurs win in 5, and Wemby is your finals MVP. So yeah, he's taken over the league. There goes LeBron, Al Horford. Russ ended up back on the Lakers as well. Klay Thompson retired, so you know that we are definitely going to be retiring his jersey. There it is. And we are not going to own our first round pick this year. It's going to go to the Utah Jazz at number 29. So yeah, I'm okay giving up that 29th pick for Walker Kessler. All right, so we got Jimmy and Steph both on 1 year's remaining on their deal. That's $120 million that would be off the books at the end of this year. We didn't own any draft picks, so yeah, there is no rookie to sign. AJ Debinsa ends up going to the Boston Celtics. Cameron Boozer to the Lakers. Caleb Wilson to the 76ers. Draymond's option, I guess it's not fully guaranteed. He's gone. $27 million off the books. Strother and Holmes, welcome back. I'm okay not bringing back Draymond Green. I got to pay Walker Kessler. He wants $14 million a year. Honestly, you can go to the Bulls. You could be on your Dwayne Wade arc. That is fine with me. Kevon Mooney, we're going to bring him back. Walker Kessler, I'll match any deal. I don't know about Pat Spencer, but we gave him the qualifying offer. Also trying to land Deuce McBride from the New York Knicks, but he did accept another offer, unfortunately. And that is with the Miami Heat, as Walker Kessler gets a deal from the Lakers. 3 years, $86 million. Let's match that. And Draymond actually did sign with the Chicago Bulls, I believe. Yeah, he ended up getting a 2-year deal with $25 million. So end of an era. Klay went to the Mavericks. Draymond went to the Bulls. And I'm going to pick up Aaron Wiggins here on a 2-year deal worth $11.5 million. I'm going to sign Kelly Olynyk to a 1-year deal, as well as Bogdan Bogdanovic and Jordan Clarkson. All right, so here at player progression, Steph progresses a little bit. Kessler goes up to an 87. Furious goes up. Basically, everybody goes up on this team outside of Steph and some of the veterans we sign on 1-year deals. All right, so let's construct this lineup for the 2028 season. That's going to be Curry, Pods, Jimmy. I want to play them just like 34 for the regular season. DeRon Holmes at the 4. I don't really know how I feel about that. I think I want to get Wiggins in there to start at least. Jeremiah Fears is going to get like 14 minutes a night. Mo Wagner can get 17. Let's go 20 to Strother. Let's go 24 to Moody. We could probably go around 10 to DeRon Holmes. That's fine with me. We'll do 23 to Wiggins, 33 to Walker Kessler in the front court. And we got 3 games here to start off the year against the Pacers and on the road here against the Mavericks and the Pelicans. We got up to a rough start last year. This year, we get off to a 3-0 start. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so at the deadline, we're really good yet again. We are currently 39-13 with the best point differential in the NBA. And last year, we lost in round number 2. And if we're going to be this good, I don't want to lose in round number 2. I want to lose to the OKC Thunder, or maybe it's the San Antonio Spurs, but have that be in the conference finals. I think us losing in round 2 was a little bit embarrassing. And this is like the last dance with Jimmy and Curry on these contracts. Pods has really developed well in the save. Walker Kessler, 12 and 13 tonight, 49% from the field. He's actually taken some threes. Moses Moody, 34% from 3. Strother, 36% from 3. There's Mo Wagner, who's been pretty good. Aaron Wiggins is shooting 37% from 3. Could be a little bit more efficient. And I think Fears has taken a step this year as well. All right, I'm going to try to make this deal done with the Clippers. Could I move Aaron Wiggins, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Kelly Olynyk, and a first for Hasselhoff, Cam Christie, and Santi Aldama? They would want... Yeah, we'll swap my 28 first for their 2031 first. That's fine with me. So I think we're getting a little bit better of a power forward for this team. Santi Aldama, who's going to be, I think, a really good stretch for us. Let's try to go win a title this year. All right, so we are at the contract extension deadline. Just in case we don't win it all, Jimmy and Curry both going to get 1-year extensions. And then we're also going to re-up Julian Strother before free agency as well. All right, so Luka Doncic on the Lakers MVP. They also have the Rookie of the Year as well. Dylan Harper, I guess, behind LaMelo Ball, 6th Man of the Year over there in Charlotte. Jason Kidd took home Coach of the Year, so I guess we did not get the 1 seed in the West. The Mavericks must have had a really good second half to go 64-18. So yeah, we actually dropped to the 2 seed. Maybe going from Aaron Wiggins to Santi Aldama was not the best idea in the world. I mean, we won 63 games. That was more this year, right, than we did last year when we were the 1 seed. We won 4 more games this year. It's just the Mavericks were just as good. It looks like there's like 3 top teams in the NBA, Minnesota, Golden State, and Dallas, and then Toronto is a little bit behind them. So in round number 1, actually, we are taking on the Houston Rockets. Okay, so a rematch here of the 2025 playoffs. Curry averaged 21 points in 30 minutes. That's fine. Like, I wanted Steph to cruise throughout this year, and then hopefully he can just go nuclear one last time in the playoffs. So to figure out the rotation, like, I don't think DeRon Holmes is going to crack it, although he has been good. Fears is going to come off the bench with Mo Wagner. Strother can get 20 minutes a night. Moody, 24, that's fine. 35 to Kessler. 25 to Aldama. 38 to Jimmy. And then let's go 38 to Curry. All right, do not lose in round number 1 to a good Rockets team, too. This is a brutal matchup because these guys have obviously been developing. They got Trey Mann as the 1. They got Green, Whitmore, Men, Şengün, Reed Shepherd, Keldon Johnson, Trey Johnson, and Grayson Allen. Honestly, thought that team could have been a little bit better, but we are going to beat them in 5. There we go. In a series where Jimmy, okay, dropped 26, better than he was against the Rockets right now in 2025. So I will take that. Pods was really good. Kessler averaged 17 and 15. But we got to take on the Timberwolves, man. That's a good team. They got John Collins in between McDaniels and Gobert. That's a good fit. Rob Dillingham at the 1. Gary Trent Jr. is the 6th man. You got Dallas and Phoenix rematch here of the 2022 Western Conference semifinal. All right, here goes nothing. Game number 1, Jimmy against his old team. We win by 3. Pods with 22, Curry with 20. Game number 2 goes to the Warriors, 103-87. Jimmy had 19. 12 rebounds for Kessler and 3 blocks. Game 3 goes to Golden State, 133-109. Jimmy with 22. Everybody got double figures. That's what I love to see. All 9 guys involved. And are we going to sweep them? Wow. They don't even rattle off 1 or 2 wins. We end up winning in 4 games. So we are fresh here for the conference finals against the Dallas Mavericks. So they got Kyrie, Christie, Laravia, AD, and Lively. Gafford, Edgecombe, Marshall, and Hardy off the bench. Let's see what happens here. A rematch of the 2022 Western Conference Finals. So a very similar path for the Mavericks. If only they played the Clippers. Or no, who did they beat in round 1 that year? It wasn't the Clippers, right? In 2022, did they beat the Clippers that year? No, the Clippers I don't think made the playoffs. Wow, why can't I remember who they beat in round 1? I'm going to get it. Because it wasn't Phoenix. They beat the Pelicans in round 1. The Warriors went through Memphis in round 1. I think they may have played Denver. I could be wrong. Did they play? No, they didn't play the Clippers. They didn't play Portland. They didn't play OKC. Didn't play Sacramento. Who did Dallas beat in round 1? Why am I completely blanking on this series? They didn't play Portland. They didn't play... Wow, I don't know why I'm forgetting who Dallas played in round 1 that year, because they played Phoenix in round 2 and Golden State in round 3. Yeah, it was the Utah Jazz, right? That was the Jalen Brunson year. That's who it was. Okay. So I felt like a casual for not knowing that off the top of my head. We won game 1. They won game 2. We win game 3. They win game 4. We win game 5. And we are going to a game 7. This series has been back and forth. Damn, man. They beat us by 1 point there in game number 6. That is brutal. All right, here goes nothing. Game 7, winner's going to take on the Toronto Raptors, the best team in the Eastern Conference in the NBA Finals. We got to win on the road, though. We have a very good first half. We were up by 22. Don't blow it here, please. Okay, not off to the best start in the fourth quarter, but we have a 12-point lead with 4:55 left. We have an 11-point lead with 1:10 left, and we do not blow it. We win 114-103. Steph drops 30. Mo Wagner with 13. Jimmy Butler 16, 5, and 6, and Steph Curry takes home Conference Finals MVP. And maybe right before he retires, he could avenge that 2019 loss. There's only one guy that is still on this roster from 2019, and that is Kevon Looney. So let's see. Game 1 goes to the Golden State Warriors. Jimmy drops 25. Santi Aldama knocked down 5 threes. You love to see it. Game 2 goes to Toronto. Oh, man, they won by 2. Okay. Is that Cole Anthony? Well, it ain't Carmelo Anthony. He drops 23. Game 3 goes to Golden State. 136-113. Butler, Pods, and Curry all got in 20s. They win game 4, man. Oh, my God. So, game 2, they beat us by 2. Game 4, they beat us by 4 in overtime. RJ Barrett dropped 30. Game 5, damn, the Raptors won this one by 13. Are we going to lose in 6? Is that going to happen? Okay, we forced a game 7. Man, I was ready to see that we lost. Curry drops 29. Kessler drops 21. So, for game 7... I mean, we got to play the guys. We got to play, like, the studs a decent amount of minutes. All right, so I want Curry getting 42. I want Jimmy getting 42. And I want Pods getting 35. All right, here we go. Game 7 of the 2027 NBA Finals. We're at home. I mean, we just beat Dallas in Game 7 on the road. I don't feel super confident about this one. It's been a close series. Every close game, though, it does feel like Toronto is pulling ahead, and they have the clutch. Wow, okay. They outscored us 13-0 to start the fourth quarter. We're still in it. We're down by 7, 3.5 to go. Down by 5, down by 4, 112 left. Can we come back, please? Down by 6. Oh my God, we won. No way. No way, are you kidding me? I wasn't going to hop in because I'm like, whatever I do and I hop in, I'm going to jinx it. I'm going to ruin it. Wow. Oh my God, what happened? What happened? Jimmy Butler, game-winning 3 as time expired. Wow, Scotty Barnes missed a 3. For some reason, like, this is why 2K is dumb. They took a layup. They didn't decide to waste the clock or at least get fouled. 5 seconds off the clock. And then Jimmy Butler knocks down a game-winning 3 to win the NBA Finals. I know we didn't watch that in the game, but man, that is an electric way to win it all. and Jimmy Butler is your finals MVP. And Steph Curry says, you know what? I'm going to retire on that note. Jimmy Butler says he's not going to retire. So you know what? We're going to do one more year. Why not? We're playing with house money. I got Steph his 5th ring of his career. And we are going to retire his jersey number. I wonder if they're going to retire KD's jersey number. And I did give Jimmy that 1-year extension. So it's not like we're going to have $50 million in cap space, unfortunately. I also don't own my 1st round pick. That is going to go to the Clippers at 30 from the Santi Aldama trade. But yeah, I want to see maybe what Jimmy could do 1 year as a 37-year-old having his own team. And I think Jeremiah Fears is ready to step in as the starting point guard. Yet again, we did not own any draft capital. Mike Fox was the #1 overall pick. Looks pretty good. Fears, Holmes, and Christie, I will all pick up those team options on. Not going to offer any qualifying offers. So, like, yeah, I don't have cap space. I do have like $30-something million. Yeah, about $28 million. So right now I can maybe offer somebody like Jaden Ivey a contract. Do I bring back Jordan Poole now that Draymond isn't here anymore? And I'm going to sign 2 guys. I'm going to renounce the rights on Mo Wagner because I have to right now. So I'm going to bring back Jordan Poole. Why not? We'll see what he can do here. I think as our 6th man, I'm going to start Jeremiah Fears. And then we also signed Michael Porter Jr. 3 years, $34 million. I feel like that's good value. And then I can also just re-sign Mo Wagner as well. It's going to be a 3-year deal worth $18 million. All right, so player progression. Jimmy regresses a little bit. Last dance with this team. I don't think it's going to win at all, but honestly, it doesn't look too bad on paper. All right, so I do want Jordan Poole to be the 6th man. I think I may go with Jimmy at the 4 to start off the year, and we're going to have Michael Porter Jr. at the 3. The bench is pretty good. Oh, I'm afraid I also lost Aldama in free agency. I didn't even realize I didn't have his bird rights. So, you know what, DaRon Holmes, we'll see what he can do this year. Like, Mo Wagner is going to play a decent amount. Jordan Poole is going to be the 6th man. I do want Moses Moody still getting like 20 minutes a night with Julian Strother. And I'm really intrigued to see who steps up after probably Pods and Jimmy and Jordan Poole as some offensive threats on this team. So we start off the year 2-1. Poole's averaging 19 off the bench. He could definitely win 6th man of the year here in 2028. All right, so in the final year, Anthony Edwards takes home MVP. AJ Debinsa ended up winning 6th man of the year over there in Boston. Jeremiah Fears most improved. He averaged 8 assists, and the efficiency wasn't great at the trade deadline. I thought about trading him, but he actually had a good second half. Steve Kerr, 63 wins and took home coach of the year. I was hoping Walker Kessler was going to end up on an all-defensive team, and that's exactly what happens, 51% from the field. And we were taking on the 8-seeded Oklahoma City Thunder in round number 1. They still have J-Dub. They no longer have Chet Holmgren. I feel like lately in 2K, the sim or the Thunder's just construction never works out well. I feel like they should be competing every year, but I feel like the AI just does not take advantage of what their team. I don't know why I'm struggling to say like what that is. But yeah, this is the team. It's pretty much kind of like carbon copy of some of the Heat teams with Jimmy Butler, and that's what we're centered around. So for the playoffs, I'm going to trim the rotation down. I think Mo Wagner, I mean, I like DaRon Holmes, but I think Mo Wagner is going to get the 9th man spot. We're going to go, I think Strother can play 20 minutes. Moody, we'll stick with 20. We'll go 23 to Poole. Let's go with 33 to Kessler, 37 to Jimmy, 31 to Pods, and let's go 31 to Michael Porter Jr., who shot 44% from 3 this year. He was great. So we should beat that Thunder team, especially after winning 60 games in the regular season. And we ended up sweeping them, so we are taking on the Dallas Mavericks in round number 2. We had the best point differential in the NBA in that round 1 series against a good Thunder team still. Jimmy, man, oh my God, if we can get one more ring with Jimmy. I mean, we just got Jimmy his first ring last year. So if we can get a ring, like, at this age, being the number 1, and we win in 6, we are in the conference finals. Wow, okay, 18. See, like, Jimmy didn't have the best series here against the Mavericks, but we have such a deep roster around him. We're taking on the Pelicans in the conference finals. They have a good backcourt of Murray and Peterson. They have Murphy, Zion, and Messi. It's a good team in New Orleans. I feel like they never go to the NBA Finals, and that's why, because the Golden State Warriors beat them in 5. Jimmy Butler drops 22, 5, and 7, and we have a rematch from last year going up against the Toronto Raptors. Jeremiah Fears averaged 20 and 8 in the conference finals. All right, that's kind of like his breakout series right now. And let's see, can we beat the Toronto Raptors 2 years in a row? And can Jimmy get his 2nd ring? We're down 2 games to 1. We're tied 2-2. We're up 3-2. And we are going to win in 6. And the Golden State Warriors win with and without Steph Curry in this video. We could not win with Draymond Green. 26, 7.5, and 8 for Jimmy Butler. Wow. Like, his all-time ranking would skyrocket if he won it all next year with Golden State. And if Steph retired and Jimmy carried this team and won it again, and he actually got finals MVP both years, yeah, we're talking about Jimmy in a new light if that's what he did to end up his career. So that is going to be for me. I hope you guys did enjoy this Golden State Warriors elimination rebuild. Let me know what you think they should do this offseason. Do they just try to run most of this team back? Do they trade Jonathan Kuminga? Let me know what you think they're going to do, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.